Hello everyone and welcome back. It's good to see you again today. Today we're going to focus on our two-dimensional shapes again. So we're going to be using these cards and we're going to focus on the sides and the corners today. So we know that if we look at this shape here, our square, the side is this long straight line here, and it's got four of them going across here. And the corner is where those two lines meet. So that would be there, 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 and there, okay? So today we're going to focus on those sides and corners, and the first ones that we're going to do is we're going to look at the sides, and we're going to talk about whether they have a curved side, so like this, okay? So it's not a straight line, it kind of goes up and around, and I think you guys can probably figure out what shape will go with this card. And then we have our straight side. So see how that is just one straight line there. So that's what we're going to look at first. Let me go ahead and put these up here. So we have our curved side and our straight side. So let's see how many we have for each shape. Mix these up a little bit. All right, let's look at this first card here. Curved or straight? It's going to be straight, right? Those have nice straight lines. You go ahead and I'm going to hold them up and you guys just say them to yourself as I go. So we know that's going to be another straight. Got three big squares in a row. Straight. This one's also going to be straight. 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 This one's going to be curved, right? There's no straight lines. It's just one big curve all the way around. So we're going to put this on our curved side. Straight. Curved. Curved. Straight. Curved. Curved. Another curved. Straight. 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 Another straight side. There. Straight. More straights. Alright, let's see. I'm going to fix that so it's even. Alright, so we've got our curved sides over here and our straight sides over here. So let's go ahead and just take a look at this. I think you guys probably know what I'm about to ask you. So which group has more? Which group has more? Our straight sides, right? Our straight side clearly has quite a bit more than our curved sides over here. And we can see that because there's like a whole other group down here below it, right? What else? What's something that you guys notice about these shapes? So we sorted them by their sides, by their curved sides or straight sides. But what are some things that we also notice about this? So let's take a look. We can even take a look at the types of shapes. So we know that we can see that all of these are circles, right? All those are circles. Over here we've got triangles, squares, rectangles. Okay. They're all different colors. We have red, blue, and yellow. And another thing that I notice is there's small shapes and there's big shapes, and that goes for all of them. So there's a big one, there's a small one, and a big one, and a big one, and a small one, right? So there's small and big of each shape, and there's different colors for each shape, right? So this is just another way that you guys can think about sorting these shapes which is by their side. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to take us to the floor. We're just going to make a graph on the floor using these shapes again. And this time we're going to focus on their corners. So do they have 4 corners? Or do they have 3 corners? And there might be some shapes that don't fit into either one of these groups. So I'm going to go ahead and pull you guys down to the floor and we'll get this done. All right, guys, as you can see, we have our 2 sorting cards down here. We have our 4 corners card, and we can see that it's got those, it shows us where those 4 corners would be. And we've got our 3 corners card. So I'm just going to hold up these cards, and I want you guys to do the same thing. So go ahead and just say it out loud, even though I can't hear you. Just tell me where this needs to go, and see if you can shout that out before I place it in the correct spot. So this is going to be kind of like a graph. So we're just going to work our way up, and we'll be able to see which group has more. So let's go ahead and start with our first card here. We have a rectangle. Does that have 4 sides or 3 sides? It's going to have 4, right? We have another rectangle. It's just a little bit bigger, but it still has 4 sides. So it's going to go there. How about this red triangle? It's going to have 3 sides, right? 1, 2, 3. And it doesn't necessarily match the triangle on the card, but we kind of talked about that yesterday, that there are different types of triangles, but as long as it has 3 corners and 3 sides, then it is still a triangle. How about this circle? Does it fit in either one of these? Does it have 4 sides or 4 corners or 4 sides? No, it doesn't have any sides, and it has 0 corners, so we can't even use that one. We'll just put this one off to the side. We have a square. It's going to go on 4 corners. Triangle. It's going to go here. And I think now that we've got some of our cards out here, I know I can do it quickly because we've already got some matching ones down there. So we'll go ahead and just start putting these out here. So I'm going to put them in rows of 5 here. So I've got 5. I'm going to go ahead and start a new row right next to it. Oh, put that in the wrong spot, didn't I, guys? That needs to go over here in the 3 corners. There's another square. Okay, I'm just going to toss all my circles here to the side because we won't be able to use those. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Oh, there's some more circles. Don't need those. Square. It's going to go in the 4 corners. All right, we have another group of 5 there. Just have to move it over here. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so we'll put that one there. All right, go ahead and take a look here what we have. Okay, and then start thinking, what are some things that we notice about our 2 groups here? So let's go ahead and start by answering how many have 3 corners. Now remember, I put them in groups of 5. So we have 1 row of 5 plus 1 more. So what is 5 plus 1? We're going to have 6, right? 6 with 3 corners. And how many have 4 corners? So now we have 2 groups of 5 plus 2 more. So we can count by 5 2 times and then add 2 more. And I see 5, 10. Right, 5, 10 plus 2 more, that's going to make 11, 12. So we have 12 with 4 corners. So we have 6 with 3 corners, 12 with 4 corners. So which group has more? It's going to be the group with 12, right? So it's going to be our group with 4 corners. And let's go ahead and real quickly, the last thing we're going to do is, I got 2 things left. So how many are squares? How many are squares? I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 squares. And I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rectangles, right? And then there's 6 triangles. So we have 6 of each shape. But let's go ahead and make an inequality statement here. So that's like when we use our little alligator mouth to compare these two numbers. So we know that we have 12 with 4 sides, and we have 6 with 3 sides, okay? So I went ahead and wrote that down here. We have 12 and 6, and we need to make our little alligator mouth so that he is eating the bigger number. So which way is our alligator mouth going to be pointing? Is it going to be pointing like this or like this? Which number does he want to eat? He's going to be eating that 12, right? Because 12 is the bigger number. We know that it's bigger. We can see it over here because there's 2 rows of 5 instead of just 1. So we're going to draw our alligator eating that number. So that tells us that 12 is bigger than 6. All right. Okay, guys, tomorrow we're going to do one more lesson with shapes, and then after that I will be introducing a new workplace for you guys to do. I think you'll like it. It's fun. It has to do with shapes. I do think that you'll enjoy it. So I hope that you are still practicing and thinking about ways that you can sort shapes, sort other objects, maybe practice it at home, and I will see you again tomorrow.